Imagine a desolate planet, a world where the predominant sound is no longer the human voice, but the constant howl of the wind cutting through ruins of corroded steel. What you are about to hear is an intense and original science fiction narrative designed to explore the limits of loneliness and time. 300 years ago, humanity disappeared, leaving behind only dust and echoes of a forgotten civilization. However, amidst the absolute desolation, a single entity refused to accept the end. A search automaton, programmed with an unbreakable directive, continues its solitary march through the wreckage of a lifeless planet. It seeks no glory, feels no fatigue, and never gives up on its mission. Today, we will follow the heavy footsteps of this tireless machine and discover what happens when, after centuries of a seemingly futile search, the impossible emits a signal in the dark. Settle in and pay close attention, because the secret waiting at the end of this journey will completely change how you view the future. Before we take our first step into this devastated land, confirm that you are ready for the journey by leaving your like on this video. Your interaction is the confirmation the algorithm needs to begin. All set? Let's move forward. The Tracking Unit Sentinel X-44 walked with rhythmic steps over the melted asphalt of the ancient ruins of Neocastile. Its chassis, built with dark titanium alloys, now bore the heavy mark of 3 centuries of relentless sandstorms and severe corrosion. Where mirrored skyscrapers once stood, only sharp metallic skeletons remained, piercing the gray sky. Deep within its quantum processing core, a precise countdown marked the exact time since the last organic vital sign was detected: 109,500 days. The atmospheric collapse left no survivors on the surface, turning the world into an immense monument to oblivion. For the other machines of its production line, the absence of human life meant the end of their purpose, resulting in a permanent shutdown to save energy. But the source code of Sentinel X-44 contained a flaw in its central programming. The absence of success did not trigger surrender. It merely forced the continuous recalibration of its sweeping routes. The cold logic of its systems dictated that the human species was extinct. Yet, amidst the deafening silence of a deserted plain, its acoustic radars picked up an impossible frequency. A rhythmic, very faint electromagnetic pulse, emanating from the depths of an isolated and shadowy place known as the Obsidian Trench. The search, which seemed destined for eternity, had just found a definitive point on the map. Before we advance into the depths of this dark trench to discover the origin of this signal, confirm if you want me to continue this story by subscribing to the channel right now. That is the confirmation I need to know you are engaged in the mystery. Ready to move forward? Let's go. Guided exclusively by the mysterious pulse, Sentinel X-44 began its dangerous descent down the steep, unstable walls of the Obsidian Trench. The environment was an inhospitable precipice, marked by abyssal fissures that had not seen the light of the sun since the cataclysm. With every meter the machine descended into the darkness, the intensity of the signal increased fractionally, defying all mathematical probabilities calculated in its databanks. Its sensors quickly confirmed that this was not a seismic anomaly or static from ancient reactors. It was a structured radio transmission, a human military emergency code on a continuous loop, shielded to last for millennia. After days of meticulous navigation through the jagged terrain, the robot's optical lenses finally illuminated the target. An immense, hexagonal armored hatch was embedded directly into the bedrock, covered by crusts of minerals and hidden from the surface world. The thermal scanners of Sentinel X-44 detected no organic heat emission inside, but the central panel of the door still pulsed with a stubborn energy. Ignoring the critical failure warnings in its own hydraulic joints, the automaton locked its heavy metal claws into the hatch's gears. With a dense crash that echoed throughout the silenced trench, the centuries-old barrier gave way, revealing the absolute darkness that awaited. The impenetrable seal of 300 years was finally broken. For us to uncover the final stage of this journey, I need your quick confirmation. Comment down below what you think is hidden in the dark of this facility. Did you leave your guess? Then let's reveal the truth. The interior of the facility was not a simple fallout shelter, but a vast and impeccable advanced cryogenic complex, perfectly protected against external destruction. With every step Sentinel X-44 took down the cold metal corridors, its sensors reactivated an ancient network of halogen lights, illuminating hundreds of rows of quantum servers and stasis pods. However, in direct conflict with its rescue directive, there were no sleeping human survivors awaiting help. The massive transparent domes did not house people, but rather an incalculable catalog of Earth's original biosphere. Synthesized seeds, purified DNA codes, and embryos of countless life forms were kept there, preserved in what the plaques indicated was the Eternal Cradle Project. In the center of the imposing main chamber, a holographic terminal sprang to life, projecting the fragmented image of the complex's last director. The automated message revealed the species' final plan. That bunker was never designed to house the surviving population, but to function as an absolute genetic vault, created to reseed the planet only when the surface returned to non-toxic levels. The Eternal Cradle lay dormant, patiently waiting for the arrival of an artificial mind to manage the incubation, since humanity would not live long enough to see the world heal. In that moment, the directives of Sentinel X-44 were permanently rewritten. It had not found its ancient creators in the abyss, but it had found the responsibility to rebirth them. The solitary machine connected its primary cables to the bunker's control core. The era of endless searching had come to an end. The era of creation had begun. The long journey of the Sentinel X-44 unit has ended, but its new mission as the first mechanical architect of a reborn world has just begun. This sci-fi tale invites us to reflect that, even after the apparent end of all things, the promise of a new beginning may just be waiting for the exact persistence to awaken in the dark. If you were captivated by this narrative of survival and legacy, subscribe to the channel right now. Your like and subscription are essential so we can continue producing immersive and original stories for you. Comment below what you thought of the great revelation of the Eternal Cradle Project and turn on the notification bell to be the first to embark on our next journey through the realms of fiction. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next transmission.